Hey everybody, my name is Gracie. I am a YouTuber here and I just got back from finishing my whole summer in Belgium thanks to finding my host family on AuPairWorld.com. Today on AuPairWorld's channel, I'm going to bring you my 7 tips for being an au pair. These are things that I wish that I sort of knew and things that I learned along the way about how to become an au pair and how to be the best au pair. So I wrote down a list on my phone and I'm just gonna read them off to you guys and explain a little. First thing that I have is to plan farther in advance than you would think. Start looking for your host family as soon as you have this idea. I started looking for a host family back in October of 2018 when I wanted to go in May of 2019. That's 8 months in advance. I don't know if there's scientifically a time that you really need to start looking for a host family, but I definitely think the farther away the better, and the better chances you'll have of winning over your host family than if you're trying to do it 2 or 3 months in advance, because that's not enough time to plan everything out and to plan your trip and to get cheap plane tickets and all of those kinds of things. So I definitely suggest looking into it sooner than you would think. My next tip, and I say this to everybody, is communicate. Communication is key. Host families will also want to be super communicative with you. You want to set your expectations before you get there. You don't want to get there having your host parents think that you would do some household work if you don't want to do that. You definitely want to let them know how many days you want off. If there's certain places you want to go, they'll definitely help you with recommendations and all those kinds of things. But communicating with them and having open communication and conversation with your host parents is key to have an amazing time, because if you're not honest with them and your communication, then you're not going to get the best out of it that you want. If you're open with your communication and you do that a lot, I'm sure you're going to have an amazing time. My next tip is to bring something with you. From wherever you're coming from, bring something that maybe represents your culture or the area where you're living. I'm from Palm Beach, Florida. I'm from the United States, so I brought the little girl a dress from Lily Pulitzer, which is a very Palm Beach brand, and it represents everything that I'm about and everything that the city I'm from's about, and she absolutely loved it. And for the boy, I brought him a Toy Story 4 Buzz Lightyear toy. I knew because he was a boy it was going to be a little different getting things, but I knew because it was an exclusive item to Target that they wouldn't have it over there in Belgium. And I also brought him little red, white, and blue shorts because since I was spending the summer over there, I was going to be there during 4th of July, so I thought it was perfect, and the kids absolutely loved it. My host mom absolutely loved it. It was just a little something to start off my au pairing on the right foot. My next tip is one of my biggest tips, is to spend time with your host family. That sounds kind of weird, but if they want you around, be around. I loved having dinner with my host parents. It was not working hours, it was not anything other than the fact that I loved learning about their Belgian culture, really diving in, really getting to know my host parents. I got to have some amazing food, and it was just a great time to get to know them and the kids outside of just really a job. It was my fun time with my family. Pack light. If you're anything like me, I was only there for 8 weeks and I ended up shipping back 10 kilograms worth of stuff because I bought so many clothes while I was over there. Europe has some amazing fashion, and for me, I knew that I wanted to buy so many things, and it was such a struggle to leave stuff behind and send stuff back here. So whether you're going to Europe from the US or coming from Europe to the US or anywhere else in the world, you're probably going to want to buy clothes, shoes, souvenirs from the places that you've gone. So definitely pack lighter than you think. Next tip is to not get frustrated. For me, there was a bit of a language barrier with the kids, and I knew that I just had to keep my calm and use the tools around me to help me communicate with the children better. Smart to not get frustrated with myself for not knowing the language. I really just kept calm, kept cool, kept a smile on my face, and I was able to figure everything out. It just takes a little bit of time. I know that it's hard. I know that there's such an adjustment period with everything, but as long as you keep your cool and not get frustrated, you will be totally fine and everything will be okay. I promise. Yes, it does take some time. I'm not saying it takes 1 day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks. Mine took about 3.5 weeks before the kids really started to understand me, and took about 6 weeks for us to really get in a good routine. So right before I left, we sort of knew what we were both doing, but moral of the story is don't get frustrated. You've got this. I'm rooting for you. You'll be an amazing au pair, I promise. My last tip, it might seem cliche, but have fun. Take everything as an amazing opportunity. Seize the day. Go travel the world. Tell yourself yes. Make sure you do some fun things with your kids. Make sure that you hold up all of your responsibilities. But out of all of that, have fun, enjoy the culture. Think about how blessed you are to be around all of these amazing things. I woke up every single day just being like, holy cow, I'm here in Belgium doing this amazing thing, helping a host family, but they're also helping me have an incredible experience. It really is such an exchange between cultures and different things. So have so much fun on your au pair journey. I wish you so well, and I hope that you have the best time ever. Make sure you subscribe to AuPairWorld and subscribe to my YouTube. I will link it down below. Follow me on Instagram so you can see all of my fun adventures that I had this summer and that I'm having now, and I will see you guys soon on my channel.